What if the true measure of your longevity wasn't in a doctor's office, but in your hands? For decades, science has shown a direct link between how strong your grip is and how long you live. But no one tells you the most effective way to build it. It's not endless grip squeezers. It's an exercise that builds your hands, your legs, and your will all at once. In the next 60 minutes, we're not just showing you an exercise. We're giving you a blueprint for adding powerful years to your life. This is a profound realization. Science consistently finds that grip strength predicts mortality better than many common medical tests. This simple measure of physical force tells researchers volumes about your future health. Why this predictive power? Because the strength in your hands reflects the strength throughout your entire system. It signals the health of your nervous system, the quality of your muscle tissue, and the integrity of your cardiovascular system. When grip fades, it marks systemic decline. It shows you are losing vital functional reserve. Functional reserve is your body's critical resource tank, the capability you need to recover from major illness, survive a sudden fall, or withstand surgery. The loss of that reserve accelerates frailty. We must protect it aggressively. Our channel provides evidence-based strategies to reclaim your physical power. If you value this deep dive into the real science of aging, press the like button now. Liking the video ensures we deliver more of this actionable, serious information directly to you. We often misdirect our focus in the gym. We chase the number on the scale or the impressive bench press. These metrics often mislead us. They do not accurately reflect how well you move or how prepared your body is for life's demands. Can you lift hundreds of pounds in the gym, yet struggle to carry a full load of groceries or open a tight jar? If so, your strength is compartmentalized. It isn't functional. We require systemic strength, and the single most underrated indicator of that system is your grip. You might believe a cheap hand gripper solves this problem. This is the common error. Those devices only train isolated forearm muscles. They build crush strength, yes, but they ignore the essential pillars of longevity: core stability, postural alignment, and leg endurance. Longevity demands cooperative strength. It requires dozens of muscles to coordinate simultaneously, bracing the entire body while under heavy load. A wrist curl is an isolated activity. Life, however, is a series of stability challenges. Every time you climb stairs, recover from a minor stumble, or simply stand erect, your body manages stability against relentless gravity. The erosion of functional strength is subtle. It begins with small compromises. The suitcase feels heavier. Your pace on long walks slows. You reduce the number of grocery bags you carry. These compromises compound, reducing your overall work capacity and shrinking your world. Reversing this process is mandatory. We must restore that capacity and rebuild that functional reserve. The secret to boosting grip strength, core stability, and total body resilience is not a complex machine. It is an ancient, fundamental human movement, carrying heavy objects over a distance. This is the *loaded carry. This exercise and its variations is the definitive longevity lift. It bridges the gap between segmented gym strength and useful, real-world power. Consider the farmer's walk. It appears ridiculously simple. You grab a heavy weight in each hand and walk. Yet, no other exercise demands this level of total body coordination and systemic tension. When you execute a heavy carry, your hands desperately fight to maintain their grip. This triggers a powerful neurological reflex, tightening muscles from your forearm, through your shoulder, across your back, and deep into your core. It is instantaneous, full-body activation. Why is this essential for longevity? Because it forces your entire structure to work as a unified column under stress. This is anti-fragile training. It strengthens the precise structures that prevent falling, the most common cause of serious injury and loss of independence for older adults. If you want to maintain independence and power deep into your later years, you must train the ability to stabilize moving weight. But how heavy should you go, and how long should you walk? We will detail the exact protocols shortly. Before diving into the precise mechanics of the loaded carry, proper preparation is necessary. This requires heavy load. Start light, always prioritizing impeccable posture. We are building structural integrity, not just momentum. Gather your equipment. Heavy dumbbells, kettlebells, or specialized farmer's walk handles are ideal. If training at home, heavy buckets filled with sand or water suffice. The key is selecting a load that challenges your maximum grip capacity within 30 to 60 seconds of continuous walking. Let's dissect the *doc farmer's walk technique. This is the bedrock of our longevity lift. *doc Step 1. The setup. *doc forts. Center yourself between your weights. Your feet should align hip-width, directly over the objects. Never bend and snatch the weights. Approach this like a deadlift. Hinge or squat down with a flat back. Set your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Establishing a rigid, neutral spine before twentured lifting is non-negotiable. If you start rounded, you compromise the entire stabilizing benefit. Step 2. The brace. Dies none. Draw a deep breath into your belly, achieving maximal intra-abdominal pressure. Hold this pressure. This acts as your internal weight belt, stabilizing your lower back and creating a solid core pillar. This brace must remain throughout the entire walking movement. This internal pressure is the absolute secret to spinal health during heavy lifting. Step 3. The lift. Stewers, det når dostereming trist. Drive up powerfully through your heels, mirroring a perfect deadlift. Both weights must leave the floor simultaneously. Stand tall. Resist the urge to lean backward or allow the weights to drag your shoulders forward. You must maintain the posture of an immovable object. Step 4. The walk. Type påsk. Initiate movement with short, controlled, powerful steps. Minimize all lateral sway. Short steps are crucial for maintaining a stable center of gravity. Focus on moving vertically, not rotating side to side. If you tilt or list, your load is too heavy. Maintain the powerful brace for several seconds, then take a quick, shallow breath and immediately rebrace. Never surrender the tension. Step 5. The drop. Finishing safely is vital. Control the descent. Do not simply drop the weights. Lower them slowly, using the precise deadlift hinge motion you use to lift them. This controlled lowering, known as the eccentric phase, prevents injury and builds resilience in your supporting muscles. The farmer's walk requires control under duress. It forces your core musculature to stabilize your spine across multiple planes. As you walk, the weights attempt to pull you into spinal flexion and side-to-side bending. Your core, especially the deep stabilizers, fights these forces constantly. This intense, continuous stabilization builds the functional, injury-resistant core strength that deteriorates with age. Can traditional crunches achieve this level of systemic stabilization? Absolutely not. Planks are static. Life is dynamic. This is superior core training for real-world resilience. Next, consider the asterisk suitcase carry. This single-sided variation offers even more profound core benefits. You load one side heavily while leaving the other side empty. The suitcase carry's primary objective is appearing unweighted. If you hold the weight in your right hand, the core muscles on your left side, the obliques and quadratus lumborum, must fire intensely to prevent lateral tilting. This is antilateral flexion training at its finest. It forces perfect spinal alignment. This movement directly translates to daily asymmetric tasks: carrying a child, lifting heavy toolboxes, or hauling a single bag of feed. If your obliques are weak, every one-sided task imposes unnecessary strain on your lower back. The suitcase carry isolates and strengthens this deficiency. To perform the suitcase carry, use the same flat back hinge to lift. Stand perfectly straight. Are you leaning away from the load? If so, lighten the weight immediately. The sensation should be powerful tension in the core on the side opposite 20s the load. Walk 30 to 50 feet, then immediately switch hands and repeat. This necessary asymmetry is the strength-building catalyst. What happens if your grip fails before your legs or core? This signals a priority. The foundation is weak. What about using straps? Straps allow you to load the legs and core heavier, which is beneficial for pure muscular adaptation. However, they bypass the profound neurological and longevity benefits rooted in grip strength itself. Use straps selectively, perhaps for your final heaviest sets. Do not rely on them. Your primary long-term goal must remain strengthening the weak link, your raw, unassisted grip. For those training with joint limitations, the *sled push * is a fantastic partner exercise to the loaded carry. The sled drive is almost entirely concentric. Muscles shorten and contract, but do not forcefully lengthen under resistance. This dramatically reduces joint stress and eliminates most delayed onset muscle soreness. If chronic knee or back pain prevents heavy barbell work, the sled allows you to build massive functional leg drive and conditioning without the injurious eccentric pounding of squats or lunges. This is pure, non-stop power work that builds mental and physical toughness without degrading the joints. Always keep the overarching goal in mind: longevity. We are training for health span, the quality and number of years you live well. The loaded carry systematically attacks the key factors that diminish health span: postural degradation, poor systemic coordination, and lagging cardiovascular endurance. By implementing these carries, you build a body resistant to the forces of aging. We've covered the methods, but let's look closer at the underlying science. How does this simple activity unlock longevity? It improves three key systems: mechanical adaptation, hormonal response, and cardiovascular efficiency. First, normal mechanical adaptation ***. We specifically activate fast-twitch muscle fibers. Men naturally lose type 2 fast-twitch fibers first as they age. The fibers critical for explosive power and rapid reaction, the ones that prevent falls. Heavy, systemic, tension-filled movements, like the loaded carry, send a clear, undeniable signal to your body: preserve and rebuild these power fibers. You are actively reversing sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss, at its most functional level. Second, hormonal influence asterisk. Intense, full-body work that engages the massive muscle groups of the legs and back creates a highly favorable hormonal milieu. While no single exercise can magically raise testosterone levels to unrealistic peaks, carries profoundly influence the testosterone to cortisol balance. Intense effort triggers the beneficial release of growth hormone and testosterone. Crucially, the systemic intensity manages chronic stress hormones like cortisol. The sustained exertion of a heavy carry is a positive stressor, a hormetic dose, that forces the body to adapt, rebuild, and increase capacity. Third, NIME cardiovascular efficiency asterisk. The loaded carry is an unforgiving test of work capacity. It elevates the heart rate without the negative impact and pounding of prolonged running. Because you maintain a static heavy load, your heart must pump blood harder through perpetually tense and compressed muscle tissue. This is high-quality, high-intensity work disguised as strength training. Boosting work capacity translates directly to superior cardiovascular health and lasting stamina, improving everything from energy levels to sexual health. Let's address a key metric, the strength-to-weight ratio. Maintaining high relative strength is paramount for aging well. Loaded carries build dense utilitarian muscle mass without unnecessary bulk, creating a highly efficient engine. This efficiency is critical for injury prevention. Every pound of muscle gained functionally supports your joints and spine. A frequent concern is, "I have a bad back, I cannot lift heavy things." The reality is, most back issues originate from core weakness and movement dysfunction, not from lifting itself. If you avoid traditional barbell lifts due to past injuries, the loaded carry can be a safer, superior pathway back to full body strength. Why? The weights are held at your sides. They do not induce the vertical spinal compression of a squat or overhead press. Instead, they activate the stabilizers to fiercely prevent rotation and side bending, which are often the vectors of injury. If your back is sensitive, start with extremely light weights, even empty buckets, and focus only on walking with absolutely rigid posture for longer durations. You are prioritizing the rebuild of fundamental movement patterns. Another common objection involves time. While this video spans 60 minutes, the loaded carry is intensely efficient. A profound, systemic carry workout requires only 10 to 15 minutes. You do not need endless volume. You need intense, focused effort for short durations. 3 to 5 sets of carries, strategically inserted into your existing routine, deliver massive physiological stimulus. If you only have 15 minutes for fitness, a heavy suitcase carry followed by a farmer's walk is arguably the highest yield activity for long-term functional power. Let's examine the protocols for integrating the longevity lift into your training. This is your immediate action plan. For the beginner phase, weeks 1 to 4, prioritize time under tension and flawless form, not weight. Exercises, farmer's walk, 2 weights, and suitcase carry, 1 weight. Will twice weekly. Times, protocol, perform 3 sets of the farmer's walk for a sustained 45 to 60 seconds. Rest 90 seconds. Then, perform 3 sets of the suitcase carry for 30 seconds per side. Times, so focus point, ensure the weight is heavy enough that maintaining grip is difficult during the final 15 seconds. Relentlessly police your posture. For the asterisk intermediate phase, weeks 5 to 12, asterisk. Focus on gradually increasing load and maximizing work density. Times, exercises, asterisk. Continue the farmer's walk and suitcase carry. Introduce the challenging overhead carry only if you have robust shoulder health. Times. Protocol, asterisk. Execute 5 sets of the farmer's walk. Increase the weight so your grip fails around the 40-second mark. Keep rest intervals short, around 60 seconds, to enhance conditioning. SOAP, the overhead carry, asterisk. This advanced move requires stabilizing the load directly above your head while walking. It demands exceptional shoulder integrity and maximum core bracing. It is unmatched for developing shoulder stability and correcting upper body posture deficiencies common in desk-bound men. For the asterisk advanced protocol, beyond 12 weeks, asterisk. Focus on heavy load and awkward implements. Times exercises, asterisk. Use specialized implements like thick ropes, sandbags, or trap bars to challenge grip geometry. This awkwardness elevates the neurological demand. Times. Dedicate 1 day to maximum load, the heaviest weight you can manage, with perfect form for 30 seconds. Dedicate a second day to maximum duration, a lighter load carried for 90 to 120 seconds. This dual approach builds both raw strength and crucial endurance, the defining features of functional longevity. We often discuss the future, but true functional strength is built in the present moment. Every correctly executed loaded carry sends an undeniable signal to your body. I am strong, I am stable, I am capable. This physical competence drives psychological confidence. When you feel physically resilient, your confidence in navigating life's unavoidable challenges increases exponentially. We return to the central promise. The connection between grip strength and longevity is clinically proven, but the true systemic power lies not in isolated squeezing, but in the total body tension generated by the loaded carry. It protects your spine, strengthens your powerful leg stabilizers, and challenges your heart simultaneously. This is whole-body medicine disguised as exercise. You are investing in decades of capability, not just weeks of muscle vanity. If you are just beginning, remember the safety mandate. Never compromise perfect form to lift heavier weight. If you sense any twinge in your lower back, halt the exercise immediately. This indicates your core brace failed. Reduce the weight, focus intensely on your breathing mechanics, and re-establish that rigid pillar before proceeding. Consistent, safe execution trumps all else. This exercise is accessible for all fitness levels. If you are deeply concerned about balance, start by simply holding the weights while standing still. Focus solely on the core brace and maximal grip tension for time. Once you can maintain a heavy hold for 60 seconds with flawless posture, only then should you introduce the walking component. Always build the pillar before you attempt to move the pillar. Longevity results from deliberate, smart decisions made today. You do not wait until weakness sets in to begin training for strength. You train for strength now, specifically so you never experience that functional frailty. This single exercise, the loaded carry, is your most effective tool in securing that future. It is the definitive method for reclaiming your power, starting from the ground up. If this definitive guide armed you with the proven strategy and the motivation to adopt the longevity lift, please lock in your commitment now. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. This specific action ensures you never miss another doctor-reviewed, evidence-based roadmap designed to guarantee your best years are always still ahead of you. Now take this knowledge and implement it. Go carry something heavy and feel your structural integrity activate.